Well, good morning, Mrs. Jones. Thank you for coming in this morning to talk about Ali. Look, of course, she's a lovely girl. I know she's been having some problems at home, and it's really good of you to be looking after them at the moment. How's everything going at home?
Could be better.
Okay. Now, as I spoke to you on the phone about, she's having difficulties in class. Okay, before we start about difficulties, look, she is a capable student. Okay, I've looked at her record. She actually did very well in maths before. You know that?
She was doing that.
Yes. She has had a very high level of engagement previously, but it's just this term that she seems to be having the major problem. Would you agree with that?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Look, I think it's really good that she plays sport. I understand she plays for AFL, for the Kedron Lions.
Yeah, and she enjoys it.
Well, that's really, really good. We'll see if we can encourage her with that and maybe link that up to some of her learning at school. Now, the concerns that I have, of course, now she's been very disengaged with the learning. Do you find that at home?
Oh, definitely.
Yes. She has poor organisational skills. She hasn't been bringing her calculator to class. She doesn't always have a pen. Again, do you find that at home as well?
Yeah, she's fairly disinterested in most things at the moment.
Yes. And again, as I spoke to you on the phone, she had a problem the other day with her anger management. She actually tore up her assignment in class. Have you seen something like that before at home?
Anger, definitely. Frustration.
Anyway, look, that's why we're here today, to talk about some of the things we can do. I've had a good think about it. I'm going to come up with 3 different teaching practices that I'd like to discuss with you, and hopefully we can implement them. Hopefully moving forward we can get Ali back on track again.
That'd be great.
Now the first one I'm going to work on with Ali is differentiation. Now that's an educational term which really means we do different students do different work, okay? Because Ali's so disengaged and she hasn't been succeeding, what I'm going to do is give her very easy levels of work and then build up from that. Okay, I'll principally be using some worksheets from Maths Online, and then probably then some stuff from the Khan Academy, but she will be doing slightly different work from other students. Are you okay with that?
If that's what you think best, yes.
Yeah. It's a very common approach. We do it with the high-level students too. They'll do slightly different work to the mainstream students. So differentiation is a very common approach anyway. So hopefully that'll enable her to get some success anyway with her maths. Now, the second strategy I'd like to discuss with you is giving her a timeout card. It comes from that concern about her anger management. Her self-control isn't very good. Now, it's very common with teenagers. Please don't think it's just Ali. The teenage brain is going through a lot of changes, and the researchers talk about a plastic brain where there's lots of connections happening. They often have problems with self-control. So, what I'd like to do with the time out card is hopefully she can recognise when she's starting to get angry, and she would show me the time out card, and then she'd go and sit in that quiet corner of the classroom that I've set up with the comfortable chairs and the pillows and the bean bags, where she can read some AFL magazines, she can listen to some music quietly on her computer, and she can just calm down. Are you happy with that?
It sounds great.
Yeah. Clearly when she has that anger in front of the class, it's a very difficult situation. So 2 things. Firstly, I hope it will just calm her down for a little while. And secondly, I hope that she can start to recognise when she gets angry, and long term we can do something about it, and she can start working on some strategies to handle that anger, to manage that anger. It wouldn't be an ongoing thing. If she's using it all the time, or I think she's abusing it, I would certainly have a talk to her and review the situation. But I think it is a good option for when she gets angry to disperse the anger, let her calm down, and like I said, maybe she can start to recognise when she's getting angry. How do you feel about that?
No, that sounds like a great plan.
Yeah, please don't think that she's got to do something like that at home, but I'm just saying that clearly when she has these outbursts in front of the classroom, we can't have that sort of thing going on. That is not acceptable. Like I said, she'll be able to calm down in a safe place, and long term I hope we don't have to use that very much. And of course in life she won't have a timeout card in life, but I think during these teenage years and certainly in the difficult phase she's going through at the moment, it's a way we can manage her anger. Now, the third strategy I'd like to enlist your help, because I'm certainly concerned about her engagement at home. That is the homework. She hasn't been doing her homework, and because she doesn't understand the working class, she then doesn't do the homework, which is reinforcing classwork. She's getting further and further behind. Now, what I'm proposing to do is to make sure that she's written her homework in her diary, and what I'd ask you to do is simply to check that she's written it down and that she's had a go at it, and to sign it. Then I can check her diary, and if it's been signed by you, I can see that she's attempted the homework. How do you feel about that?
Oh, happy to help. Do anything.
No problem. Look, you don't feel as though you've got to actually work through the homework with her. You may not be familiar with some of the algebra and things that we're doing, but really it's just to make sure that she's having an opportunity, having a go at it, and giving her some encouraging her and giving her the opportunity to be able to do that. I know things are very busy at home. You're okay with that?
Oh, yeah, I want to support her every way I can.
Now, please don't feel as though you, like I said, that you've got to check all the work and go through it with her. If she doesn't understand it, if she simply copies down the homework, that will be fine. Okay, but if you could just sign it when she's finished her attempt, and again, make sure she's putting in a reasonable amount of time. Again, there might be other things happening. I'd ask you to monitor that. But if you simply countersign that she's had a go at it, I can then check, and hopefully we'll get the homework back on track. You happy with that?
Yeah, no, that sounds great.
Also, as part of the engagement, what I'm going to do is get her working with groups of other girls. Okay, it's called what we call a jigsaw approach. It's where the students actually get given different tasks, and then they put it all together to hopefully get an understanding. I'll be using that in geometry, and the girls she'll be working with are actually other girls who she plays AFL with.
Oh, that would work well.
So that's really good. They're very they're her friends already. They're good at maths, so hopefully that will help things along. And again, it'll help with some of that engagement. She has had trouble working with other students in class too, so I hope that will help that. So if you could sign the diary every day, she'll be working in groups. By the way, with the equipment too, I'll probably supply with a calculator in class, because she hasn't been bringing that. But please, when she does the homework, she will need a calculator, so if you could make sure that she's organised with that. Do you have any other concerns with Ali?
Certainly her schoolwork. To see her slipping is a worry.
Right, okay. Well, look, let's work on those three strategies. As I said, in summary, that first one is differentiation. She'll be doing slightly different work, the stuff that she can handle, and hopefully we'll have some success with. She'll be receiving a timeout card, so to handle that anger management issue. And the third one is to get you to check her homework and to countersign her diary. You happy with those?
Oh, happy to help.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming in
Thank
today,
you for your time.
and we'll see how we go with that one.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.